This place is fun, loud, fast-paced, modern, new, futuristic and traditional. These are just some of the words that begin to describe this metropolis. Many gush about this location, rather like a schoolgirl in her first crush, and few ever regret their stay here. This stop is Tokyo. Let us unwrap her alluring charms right here on Culture Shock. Japan is a relatively small country. It's 1/48th the size of Russia and 1/25th the size of China in land area. It's composed of 4 main islands: Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, Hokkaido, and many other smaller islands. The city of Tokyo, however, is located right in the middle of Honshu, the largest island. Tokyo has 4 seasons, and one of the best times to arrive in Tokyo is in the spring during the cherry blossom season, where pale pink flowers can be seen everywhere. Arriving here in mid-autumn, there's a very nice atmosphere about the place. I suppose it's a little bit of a pity I'll miss the cherry blossoms, but there's more than enough to make up for it here. The Tokyo Airport International is located in Narita City, which is 60 kilometers away from Tokyo. There are a few ways to get from the airport to the city, but the most convenient and efficient ways are by train or bus. The ride into the city takes about 1.5 to 2 hours. This often gives foreigners the impression that the city is very far away from the airport. Cutting through Narita City to reach Tokyo, you get nothing but great glimpses of rural Japanese life. You slowly start to see the Tokyo that we've seen in the travel brochures emerging. The first thing you notice about Tokyo City is its pulsating dynamism that strikes you through its skyline and its rush of people. Tokyo is a city in constant flux. To date, it has about 30 million people living in the city by night, but by day, the figure swells up to 15 million. This is because up to 2.5 million more people from the outskirts of the city commute to Tokyo for work. If you have never been to big cities, the sheer number of human traffic commuting in some of these train stations will make you speechless. Added to that chaos is the complexity of Tokyo's subway map. Once you've found your way around, the next thing you want to do is find a place to rest your weary head. But if it's your first time in Tokyo, be warned. Things are not going to turn out according to what you expect them to. Wow, I heard the rooms are small, but this is tiny. In this densely populated city, land is scarce and space very expensive. That is why with the same budget for a hotel in other Asian cities, you will get a significantly smaller room. Nice bathroom for a dwarf. Oh, if you're a big fella like me, Tokyo hotels aren't the best place to lounge around in. Oh. Knocks and bumps aside, if you can get over your initial claustrophobia, Tokyo can be fascinating to the first-time visitors because the city is elegant and immaculate, like a geisha. Its roads are super clean, and everything's spick and span and in order. Nary a hair is out of place. Even its architecture, neon light advertisements and fashion scent embodies this immaculate vibe. Think of Tokyo as a finely cut diamond, a scintillating gem with many facades offering visitors an array of unique experiences. And things can even get surreal. That's right, in Tokyo, anything can happen. Live advertisements like this are just part of Tokyo's quirky and very creative approach to life. Whether it's their age-old habit of attention to detail through traditional cultural practices like the kabuki or Harajuku fashion, the Japanese are all about pushing boundaries, especially in Tokyo. And it's this same and deeply entrenched innovative culture that's led to Japan's obsession with electronic gadgets, which has made them one of the world's leading giants in technology and scientific research. And evidence of this can be seen here at Akihabara's Yodobashi camera shop. From the smallest to the world's biggest television, this gives you 103 inches of high-definition visuals. What a monster! And high-tech isn't just confined to electronic stores. Tokyo is always in a rush, and for things to run like clockwork, you need all the help you can get, which is probably why you see these at every corner of the streets. Vending machines. Tokyo has vending machines for many things. In areas where it's inconvenient, you can even get vending machines for the odd household items. What we have here is a vending machine for placing your food order. It's basically an automated waiter. What you do is you choose your food, you put your money in, press the button, coupon comes out, and then you just go into the restaurant and your food will come. What could be simpler? It's very popular amongst business people. Tokyo has surprised me more in one day than I have been in many years, and this is because of its unique outlook on modern life. Dare I say that more surprises are coming my way tomorrow at my business meeting? Well, let's see, shall we? Tokyo is one of the 3 world finance command centers, along with New York City and London. Tokyo is a major international finance center that houses the headquarters of several of the world's largest investment banks and insurance companies, and serves as a hub for Japan's transportation, publishing and broadcasting industries. And as early as 7:30 a.m, you'll observe Tokyoites getting ready to do some serious business for the day. So you better be early for meetings because the Japanese are very conscientious of time. Being punctual for your appointments is a must here. The earlier, the better.
Konnichiwa. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Okay. My name is Yamato Furuta.
Yamato Furuta.
Yes.
But I just say your surname, right? Furuta. Furuta-san.
Hi.
Japanese people usually call each other by their family or last name. Given names are only used amongst close friends, couples or family members.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's Yuiki-san.
The san is added to the family name. For example, they call me Chido-san. It is best not to address them by their given names unless they invite you to do so more than once.
Love a cup of coffee.
And it's not just names. Japanese in general are also very careful about the exchange of name cards. The positioning of the name card in relation to the other party also reflects respect. To accord respect to the other party, you place your name card in a lower position than the other person. And if you thought that was complicated enough, wait till you have to communicate with your Japanese counterparts.
The Japanese language sounds to me like a lot of tongue tip sounds, like a typewriter. I think that's right. Did you say that's correct?
I'm not sure because I'm Japanese.
Sound like that to you? Does it sound like that to you?
そういう風に聞こえるか?
そうかな、どうかな。
どうかな?
To me.
English is taught but not spoken as much in Japan. Most of the Japanese know how to read and write much better than they speak. They can write beautiful, grammatically correct emails, but when it comes to conversations, it's another matter. It's best to just stick to learning a few Japanese words to get you by.
こんにちは。
こんにちは.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Which means hello.
Hello. Oh, that's a good way to start.
That's easy.
Sayonara.
It means goodbye.
Sayonara. That's lovely.
Goodbye.
Very nice. O genki desu ka?
Genki desu
O
ka?
genki desu ka?
The Japanese language has formal and informal forms. When speaking to seniors or doing business to show respect, the formal form is used.
Domo arigato gozaimasu.
Then there's even the localizing of English words.
Yeah, spoon.
In Japanese, spoon.
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 Right, so you actually sound out the consonant sound at the end.
Cup.
Two.
Yeah.
Cup. But cup. Or cup. We say coffee cup.
But Japan is not only about talking quirky English, it's also about body language. Understand that in this country, learning how to take cues without the spoken word can be very useful in helping you negotiate your way through uncomfortable or embarrassing situations, should they happen. The first thing you should know, Japanese rarely maintain eye contact. Doing so can be perceived as being challenging or threatening, so instead Japanese people may look in the direction of another person's forehead or throat. If someone waves a hand in front of your face, it actually means they're refusing or saying no to you. For example, if a Japanese woman cannot understand what you're saying in English, she may wave a hand to let you know that she doesn't comprehend what you just said. Now, while the Japanese are more forgiving about foreigners not understanding their customs, as a rule of thumb, be absolutely mindful and respectful about the Japanese way of doing business and you will be fine. After getting a crash course on language and body language, my Japanese business associates and I head off for our appointment. The Japanese are known for their bow, so how low you bow reflects how much respect you're paying someone, especially if it's an esteemed colleague or boss. Do bow when you greet a person as well as before you take your leave. It helps you make a better impression. However, it doesn't mean the Japanese are inflexible. These days, they are more adept to shaking hands with their Western counterparts.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Business card. Business card. Okay, this is my card.
Besides bowing, seating arrangements in Japanese boardrooms are also reflections of a person's rank in an office or organization. And it's important to note that high-ranking officials sit furthest from the door. The most prominent feature of Japanese culture is its group orientation. Group goals, group achievements, and group interests are often emphasized in social and business settings over the individual. Their decision-making process also involves groups of people, and as a result, the process can sometimes take a long time.
Let me get my documents. Just a moment, please. Yes. Do you always work this late? Yeah.
Even though office hours are officially from 9 AM to 5 PM, it is quite common for Tokyoites to work till 10 or 11 PM. For foreigners used to a 9 to 5 working culture, this can be hard to get used to. Working long hours is such a common phenomenon that there is even a term for death from overworking. It is called karoshi. Tokyoites not only work hard, they play hard as well, and it is a popular practice amongst colleagues and business associates to socialize after work. An izakaya is a type of Japanese drinking establishment serving food that accompanies the never-ending flow of drinks. Some izakayas offer tabe hodai, which is all you can eat, and nomi hodai, which is all you can drink deals.
I've got to tell you, if you can drink like a fish, like I am now, then you're bound to score some extra points with your business associates. I'm in liquor heaven. Kanpai!
On the surface, Tokyo is a modern, gigantic metropolis. At first, you might be overwhelmed by the city's complexity, but once you get to know the place a little better, you will find moments of simplicity. Shinto is the indigenous religion of Japan. It is animistic and based on the belief that kami, which are sacred spirits, reside in natural elements such as mountains, rivers, and forests. These kami must be honored if humans want to comfortably share their environment with them. Shinto priests perform purification rituals in the presence of the kami to promote harmony between human beings and nature. Today, the Japanese people come to Shinto shrines to mark milestones in their lives and to wish for blessings. Now, if traditional Shinto shrines are your thing, then don't miss out on another traditional Japanese experience in Tokyo, a ryokan. The history of the ryokan is fascinating in itself. Apparently, it was an inn that served travelers along Japan's highways back in the Edo period, which was around 1603 to 1868. All rooms typically feature tatami matted rooms, communal baths and other public areas where visitors may wear the yukata and talk with the owner. These days, guests aren't expected to talk to ryokan owners. Instead, they are treated like royalty here.
Right. And I'm sitting on top of a pillow, which is on top of this spongy material here. What's this flooring?
This is called tatami. It's like Japanese flooring.
Okay.
Let me explain just a little history of tatami. Okay. You see a round part of tatami, this green part?
Yes.
Okay, this is called fuchi,
Fuji.
which you're sitting on right now.
Okay.
On the back to Edo era, you're not allowed to sit on here or step on it.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sitting on it now, though.
But it's okay for now. But
Okay.
because this one shows the emblem of the family.
And I'm very intrigued. What's this in between you here in this tray?
Oh,
This is yukata.
Very nice.
You know?
What? Well, no, I don't. What is this?
casual kimono.
Casual kimono.
Right.
Okay, so like a nighttime kimono. Can I wear this?
Oh, please.
Please.
If you
I'll put
know
it on.
please. Please, please. Looks good, but it's a little short. The sleep part should come up to here, but it's like wearing kids kimono.
Hey, this.
Well, all I can say is wearing a yukata can be fun, but that's where it ends because rooms in a ryokan can cost quite a lot in Tokyo.
Single? This is single?
Now, while I was ever ready to stay and lounge in my ryokan for the entire day, I couldn't pass up an invitation from my Japanese friends to experience another favorite traditional occasion here in Tokyo, a sushi meal.
Dewa dewa.
Kanpai.
Kanpai!
Kanpai, kanpai.
I know that one.
Ah, oishii.
Good sake. Okay.
Oh, wow, what have we got here?
This is a variety types of raw fish.
Raw
and,
fish.
Sushi.
Sushi.
We
Oh,
have tuna, salmon,
サーモン、イカ、
ika, squid,
卵、
tamago,
エッグ。
egg.
brilliant.
Got
Well,
it.
let's get stuck in.
はいはい、食べましょう。
Nick-san, Nick. There's a word we have to say before we eat.
Oh, right.
あ、じゃあ私がお箸の使い方を。はい。
その前にあれだよ。いただきます。
あ、いただきますか。
そうそうそう。
はい。
Okay, you put your hands up like this.
Yes.
And you say, い
い
ただきます。
す。
Again, please.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu.
Good.
Okay, great.
Itadakimasu is an important ritual to observe when eating meals. It's not only a simple way to give thanks to the chef for preparing the sumptuous sushi dish he's whipped up for you, but also to give thanks for the rice farmer and for the life of the fish. But that isn't all. Learning how to handle chopsticks before beginning your sushi meal is another important practice to observe.
持ちます。
You hold
Lift
it.
them up. Okay.
で、手を添えて、
Underneath.
もうちょっと手前に。
To the-
そう、
Okay.
OK。そのまま滑らして、
Slide your hand
握
under.
って、
Hold it
Okay, hold it.
and open it.
Wow, great.
いただきましょう。
I
パーフ
like
ェ
to
クト。
just measure it up like that.
Nick, that's not good.
Really?
It's not good to do that.
食べましょう。
Okay, not polite to.
Finally, we get to eat. And Yomato tells me how to enjoy sushi the proper way.
はい、い
Please.
ただきます。
Alright, great.
You dip the fish part into a soya sauce.
Ah, you dip it upside down. You know, whenever I've had this before, I've always dipped like this. But so that's not good, right? You dip like that.
美味しい？ Delicious?
You know what? It's better that way. I don't know why, but it's better that way.
Because if you put a rice part into soy sauce, you're gonna taste more soy sauce than the fish.
Right, it's like a
gonna
sponge,
soak.
soaks it all up.
Exactly.
Okay. What about wasabi? Do you do that in a particular way as well?
Oh, I'll teach you. You take it,
Yes.
you put it on the
わ
fish
さび。
instead of soaking into a soya sauce.
あ、ノートわさび。
Oh, good.
Ooh. Oh.
Good.
辛いよ。
Whoa.
Oh,
Wasabi headache.
wasabi headache.
Yeah,
But I actually quite like it like that.
You like
I
it?
quite like it.
With all the complexities surrounding the meal, I found it hard to think why Japanese considered sushi meals a relaxing occasion. All these rules just to eat raw fish? Talk about pressure! But the night wasn't over yet because there was something else. My Japanese associate suggested we let our hair down with a favourite Japanese pastime, karaoke.
Karaoke literally translated means empty orchestra. It began in Japan, and I think it's fair to say it is now a worldwide sensation. It is very popular amongst Japanese business people.
I guess if your Japanese colleagues or friends invite you for karaoke, try your best to participate even if you cannot sing well. This will make others treat you as part of the group. The Japanese culture emphasizes some traditional values and beliefs that may seem different or unusual to foreigners, especially to Westerners. However, understanding these beliefs and values is often the key to successful interaction with Japanese people. Whether it's dressing, opening a business meeting, or eating sushi, the Japanese just seem to have a knack for turning everyday actions into art.
You might fall in love with Tokyo, but Tokyo might not fall in love with you. But just like all relationships, it takes time. You've got to put in the work. Learn the language, the culture, the way of life. And one day, Tokyo might welcome you with open arms. Till I see you again next time on Culture Shock. Sayonara!
Nick, come on! Sing the song!
Location has a real David and Goliath mythology. It has weathered wars and revolutions against far bigger nations, and yet, against all the odds, is now emerging as one of Asia's fastest growing economies. A former French colony known as the City of Motorbikes, where transactions can sometimes be made in gold bars, and apparently everyone's a millionaire. This stop is Ho Chi Minh City. Let us reveal the myths behind this city, right here on Culture Shock. Vietnam is located at the heart of Southeast Asia. It is a country that has seen the rise and fall of great dynasties, heroes, heroines, the French colonization, and the Vietnam War. The Vietnamese were known as a migratory people. This is reflected in the Chinese characters used to describe the Vietnamese. This phrase literally means crossing to the south. It was used to differentiate those who remained in China and those who crossed to the south to become the forefathers of Vietnamese people today. The largest city of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, lies on the south of the country, right next to the Saigon River. After free market reforms were implemented in 1986, Vietnam experienced rapid economic growth, and cities like Ho Chi Minh City attracted many international investments. It is easy for foreigners to feel overwhelmed in a fast-moving, multifaceted city, and to help me cope with the culture shock, I turned to my animated associate, Lam.
Nick, it's me.
Yeah.
You're Lam.
Lam, yeah.
Right, okay, good to meet you.
How about your flight?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good flight, yeah.
Public transport is readily available in Vietnam. However, most Vietnamese do not speak English, and certainly not the taxi drivers. So it would be a good idea to have the address of your hotel in Vietnamese.
Anh ơi, chờ đến 18:20 Nguyễn Thị Nghĩa, khách sạn Lê Duy.
The taxi ride into the city generally takes about 30 minutes. But for the uninitiated, the taxi fare will most certainly surprise you.
it's called the 150,000 dong.
150,000 dong?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of money for a taxi journey. But I know it's not, right? That's around about, it's actually under 10 US, would that be
let 10 US dollar.
After doing the conversion, the taxi fare sounds more reasonable. Nonetheless, foreigners should be careful not to be taken for a ride. Vietnamese believe foreigners are rich, so most taxi drivers will charge foreigners a higher rate. Some taxi meters can be rigged to jump quickly too. So, the best practice is to negotiate a price first before taking the taxi. Make sure you have the exact change, so should the driver change his mind, you can pay the exact amount and walk away.
Can I pay with US dollars?
Anh có thể bằng trả tiền đô được không anh? Dạ được anh. Yeah, yes you can.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Vietnam has a dual currency system of Vietnamese dong and US dollars. The exchange rate fluctuates around $1 to 16,000 dong. Vietnam's monetary policy was unable to react quickly enough to the increase of foreign investments after joining the World Trade Organization. An inflexible monetary policy coupled with large money flow have escalated the dong's value, leading to inflation. With such massive inflation and the low valuation of the currency, it's hardly surprising that everyone is a millionaire. In dong, of course.
Good morning, Vietnam! Sorry, couldn't resist. Hello, Ho Chi Minh City.
Busy is too mild a word to describe the streets of Ho Chi Minh City. Upon arrival, I am immediately greeted by an onslaught of motorbikes.
Wow, so many bikes here, it's like a swarm of them. Are the streets always this crowded?
Yes, Ho Chi Minh City is the capital of the motorbike.
In 1975, after the Vietnam War, the motorcycle industry experienced a big boom. Now, with a population of about 6.5 million people, there are about 4 million motorbikes and over 500,000 cars in Ho Chi Minh City, making its roads one of the most congested in the world.
You see many motorbikes on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone likes to use their horn.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, look at this guy here.
Yeah.
Surely, that's illegal, surely, that's dangerous.
Yeah, no danger, no accident.
Really?
Yes.
Why is there no accident?
Because they go slowly, and the motorbike will avoid them. Yeah.
The Vietnam streets are not for the faint-hearted. Vietnamese drivers do not always follow traffic rules. It is common to see motorbikes laden with goods or a few passengers weaving in and out of traffic, even going against traffic and riding onto the pavements among the pedestrians.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, we go abroad. We go abroad.
What? You can't go across here, there's no lights.
No danger. Wait.
Oh, come on.
No, it's
Is it
okay.
safe?
It's okay, it's safe. Follow me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crossing the road in Ho Chi Minh City is quite a safety hazard due to the chaotic traffic conditions. Most traffic accidents involve motorbike riders or pedestrians at speeds less than 30 kilometers per hour. The way to cross a road in Vietnam is to let the traffic avoid you. Make your actions and pace predictable. Do not make sudden moves, change direction, or stop. If you are still worried, follow a local and mirror exactly what he does.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy.
It's okay. It's safe.
My heart's still in my mouth.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think that's dangerous?
No danger. Yeah, it's safe.
The number of deaths and road accidents in the city is surprisingly very low. This is because motorists travel at relatively slow speeds. Lam insists that it's not dangerous, although I really beg to differ.
Oh my goodness. All this action's making me so hungry. I could eat a horse.
A horse.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Eating out is a way of life in Vietnam, and Ho Chi Minh City has always been regarded as the gastronomical capital of the country.
We are here to taste the Vietnamese equivalent of fast food, which is noodles and beef broth.
Pho is a popular dish amongst the Vietnamese. It takes the skillful vendor less than a minute to put together a steaming bowl of rice noodle soup. However, preparing the delicious soup involves stewing the bones of cows and pigs in a large pot for a long time. Pho is typically served with beef slices and topped with vegetables. Besides beef, pho can also be eaten with chicken or pork slices.
How about your food?
Oh, it's great. It's very great. The soup, it looks like water, but there's so many flavors in this.
Yeah.
And it tastes very healthy,
Yes, it's healthy.
which is strange for fast food.
Yeah.
Luckily, one never has to walk far to find food in Ho Chi Minh City. Food stalls and restaurants are scattered all over the city, and you have a wide variety of international and Vietnamese cuisines to choose from.
Such a variety of food. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I've seen this a lot.
This is fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
Fish sauce. Yeah. It made from fish and salt. You know, fish and salt, fish and salt.
The distinctive look nam is unique to Vietnam. It is made from liquid drained from salted fermented fish, a must in Vietnamese cuisines. Other seasonings like lime juice, sugar, water, spices and herbs can be added to the fish sauce to create more unique flavors.
No. You can't drink this one. What? This one not foreign.
This is this is soup, right?
No soup. No. This one not soup. It is finger prawn.
Finger prawn?
Yeah, finger prawn. You use that for wash your hair.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is a finger bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so big.
Yeah.
It looks like a soup bowl.
Vietnam's economy is now amongst the fastest growing in the region. Still in its developing stages, Vietnam's economy offers great potential for foreign investments. As an endorsement of its steady progress towards achieving developed nation status, Vietnam became a member of the World Trade Organization in 2007. In Vietnam, dressing reflects a person's social standing. If you see someone wearing loose top or baggy pants or shirts tucked out, the person is likely to be a blue-collar worker.
Today I've got my first business meeting here. I'm dressed to impress with my shirt and tie, but first I'm going to meet up with Lam to discuss business etiquette and language.
I find Lam at a local cafe, waiting to introduce me to a Vietnamese national pastime, drinking coffee.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Morning.
Vietnam is the second largest coffee exporter in the world after Brazil. Coffee was introduced into Vietnam by French colonists in the late 19th century and has become very popular among the locals. The French have also left behind a legacy of wonderful French baked bread like baguettes and croissants.
Ah, here we are. No, this looks very different.
Yeah.
It's very different to Starbucks or something like that. Okay.
Drinking Vietnamese coffee is a leisurely art where the coffee is allowed to drip slowly through a metal filter and then poured into a drinking cup. You can drink it hot or cold, sweetened with sugar or condensed milk.
And this is iced coffee. What do you call it here? This iced coffee.
This coffee you call it cà phê. This coffee is cà phê.
Oh, easy cafe.
Yeah, milk is sữa. Milk is sữa.
Oh, milk is sure.
And ice is đá.
Ice is dark.
And it's called cà phê sữa đá.
So it's coffee, milk, ice, cafe, suda.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah,
Yeah.
great. And what have you got? Yeah.
Cà phê đen nóng.
Cafe Deng Num.
Yeah, that's
Cafe
right.
Deng Num.
Yeah.
Ah. Can you teach me any other
Yeah.
key Vietnamese
If
phrases?
you miss everyone, you want to say hello?
Yeah, hello would be great.
Okay, hello is xin chào.
Xin chào.
Yeah, xin chào.
Oh, right, okay. Xin chào, xin
Yeah,
chào.
xin chào.
Very nice, yeah.
And when you would say thank you, it is cảm ơn.
Gammon. Oh,
Yeah,
gammon.
gammon,
It's like
yeah.
we have a dish in England called gammon steak. So it's very easy. Gammon.
Yeah, cảm ơn, yeah. You want to say goodbye with everyone, you say tạm biệt.
Oh, right. Tam bing.
Biệt, biệt.
Big.
Yeah, tạm biệt.
Tam bing.
That's
Tam
right.
bing.
That's right.
You know, when you were speaking then, and I've heard other people around speak their language. I could hear the Vietnam language a bit more.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like a spring.
Yeah.
Like a sort of boing noise, like boing doing, boing doing, boing boing,
Yeah, that's
boing
right.
boing boing. You think that's right? That sounds like
that's
that?
right. Yeah, that's right. We say like the song. This is up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah.
And how does English sound to you?
Really say blank. They say the one. Yeah.
Flat,
Flat. Yeah.
not much monotone, not
Yeah,
much
yeah.
expression.
Yeah, yeah.
Boring.
Sorry. Okay.
Monotone. Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Sure. No, please take it.
Alo. Lâm đây Trinh ơi. Cuộc họp lúc 4 giờ hả? Ok, để Lâm hỏi Nick cái nha. Ok, để tí xíu nha, để máy nha. Nick, Trinh want to confirm the meeting on 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
Yeah, it's okay.
4 o'clock, okay.
Okay, finish your coffee and we go.
We go, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Vietnamese social etiquette also requires a third party to do the introductions, as it is not polite for Vietnamese to introduce themselves. Proper introductions will also lend credibility and ensure you are taken seriously, as too many foreigners have come and made lots of promises that do not eventuate. Vietnamese tend to be extra cautious of those without introductions. Addressing Vietnamese formally with the prefix Miss or Mr. is a sign of polite respect, appropriate in a business setting. The formal address is preferred unless invited to go on a first name basis.
Mr. Duke. Oh, Mr. Duke. Okay. Mr. Nick. All right.
This is Mai.
Okay. Oh, same surname. Are you related?
No, surname Nguyễn is quite popular in Vietnam. You get 5,000 people have the same surname.
Right.
They call me Jin.
Jin.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Jin.
Yes, or you can just call me Jin.
Okay, then Nick.
You like what you see so far?
It's nice. A very nice city. Beautiful place. It's very fast. Very, exciting. Seems to be a lot of development going on here.
Okay, let's talk about our business.
Vietnamese consider it impolite to talk business straight away. Instead, they engage in small talk, discussing general topics like the weather, economy, the industry, and recent news events. You can ask about the company and use the discussion to gauge how far they have moved towards a profit-making centre as opposed to a socialist enterprise. Vietnamese have very strong national pride, regardless of their job. Colonialist attitude and arrogance will lose you respect faster than anything else. When it comes to business proposals, there is no single decision maker, but usually quite a maze of roles, people in positions to win over.
Chắc anh chị Hiền bên Phong đã đọc cái hợp đồng đó rồi. Thì không biết là mấy chị có thấy có cần thay đổi gì không?
Mình đã xem qua và thấy những điều khoản rất là tốt về cái thủ tục pháp lý.
While the Western business system emphasizes efficiency and quick decisions, Vietnamese look for consensus and developing relationships.
I would like to invite you to my house for dinner tomorrow afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Your house?
He's really want to do business with you because inviting somebody to the house is a good sign.
What is Vietnamese culture?
Yeah, well, that's very kind of you. Yeah, I mean, I'd love.
Yeah,
I'd
how
love
about 6 a.m. 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Right? Yeah.
Great. Yes.
Okay.
From the business executive to the everyday person on the street, the Vietnamese appear to be extremely hardworking and entrepreneurial. Yet there's a different kind of atmosphere here. It's not so cut and thrust like that of capitalist societies. And the Vietnamese they've managed to hold on to their rich traditions, expanding growth and rapid modernization. I think to do effective business here, you need to have a long-term perspective and have a good understanding of the culture. In addition to the impetus for development, religion has also exerted a deep influence on Vietnamese culture and their concept of life. Their attitude towards life, death, and the world beyond bears a deep imprint of Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism. And speaking of beliefs, here I am outside a Taoist temple. Taoism was brought here by the Chinese and has enjoyed some popularity for many years. It is believed that Taoism was introduced into Vietnam during the Chinese Han Dynasty period. By the time Vietnam recovered its independence, it had become one of the main religious faiths of the Vietnamese people. Vietnamese beliefs and attitudes are also reflected in their works of art. The Vietnamese history is pockmarked with tumultuous wars and revolutions, yet in spite of this they have maintained a culture that is beautiful and elegant. This gallery displays old propaganda posters which offer a glimpse into Vietnam history. You can also get a sense of Vietnamese values through the artist's choice of subjects.
I like this.
Yeah, a lot of people pass here and they have to stop because you can see this just natural with the Vietnamese heart and the bamboo frame. But artists make like the group of the people.
Right, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But this one is completely different, this one here.
Yes, a different artist, and he always with the wood point with the lotus flower.
The lotus flower.
You know, special Vietnamese people, we love lotus.
The lotus flower is particularly significant in Vietnamese beliefs because they identify with its attribute of rising from the mud and yet retaining fragrance and elegance. With these insights into Vietnamese customs, I'm ready to do some shopping. After all, I've been invited to dinner, and it's only polite to bring your host a gift.
I'm looking for a gift for a business associate. I'm going to their house tonight. I'm looking for a gift for them.
Yes.
In the area of gifts, Vietnamese believe that it is the thought that counts. Any imported item not easily obtainable in Vietnam will be greatly appreciated, regardless of its value. However, given the Vietnamese superstitions, foreigners should be careful not to give an unlucky gift, else the host will also think less of them.
Sir, how about this? Red color lucky.
Red colour lucky.
Yes.
All right. These are very nice, actually.
Yes.
Vietnamese associate colour with moods. Red is warm and is considered lucky, while black is associated with mourning, unhappiness and gloom. White is associated with death, but also purity. In Vietnamese culture, animals and plants are ascribed different attributes. The narcissus flower symbolises success and prosperity. Turtles represent strength and longevity, while spiders represent luck with money. On the other hand, cows are deemed stupid, owls omens of death, so definitely avoid these for gifts. In addition, when selecting gifts, avoid handkerchiefs, as its name sounds like the Vietnamese word for hardships.
Well, I couldn't decide on one, so I bought a basket full of lucky gifts. Now I'm off to meet Lam to go to Duck's house for dinner. These houses are really tall and skinny. Tube house. Yeah. Oh, like a tube, right, that makes sense. And this is Duck's house, is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
The tube house, the typical Vietnamese home, is characterised by narrow and tall frontage. It is only about 10 foot wide, but can stretch up to 180 foot deep. This architectural style dates back to Vietnam's feudal law. Back in the 17th century, one was taxed based on the amount of street frontage the building occupied.
Oh, take your shoes off, okay?
Take shoes, yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
don't worry about your shoes.
Oh, no, I'll take them off.
As in many Asian cultures, shoes are considered dirty and therefore not customarily worn in the house. Some homes will offer you house slippers, but often Vietnamese will go barefoot around the house. The Vietnamese are punctual during functions and appointments, so do turn up on time and, more importantly, at the appointed time. Do not surprise your host by dropping in unexpected, even if you've been told to visit any time. It will embarrass your host if he is not prepared and has nothing to serve you with. Remember to also avoid visiting at the siesta time between 12 noon to 1:30 unless your host has specifically arranged for it.
Okay, take a seat.
Wow.
Sit here.
Chào.
Hello.
Chào.
Xin chào.
Biết nói tiếng Việt được à?
This is my mother. Okay, this is Nick. This is my father.
Xin chào.
Chào chú.
Đây là Lâm. Okay, take a seat, please. Mọi người.
Wow.
Vietnamese family values are deeply affected by Confucian ethics, which places importance on allegiance to the family, respect for elders, and filial piety. Hence, it is common for the extended family households to live together under one roof.
Oh. This is my baby. It's the moon.
Oh, it's little moon. Hello, moon. So small.
Hello, uncle.
It seems that Vietnam is going places. Developments, investments, exports, and the standard of living are all up. In fact, Ho Chi Minh City is proof that patience and adversity, together with a dogged determination, can win through in the end.
I think the Vietnamese are an incredibly forgiving and forward-thinking people who surely must be considered one of the world's ultimate survivors. Well, that's it from us here. But please join us again for more culture-shocking moments next time on Culture Shock. Jump on!